Cancer singles. Thanks for joining me. I'm David, and I'm doing your heart spread, or no, your singles reading. And we also did do your heart spread, so that'll be up as well, always on Tuesdays here. But now we're going to do your single spread. So let's meet the soulmate. This is for like if you really don't have anyone on your mind, you're kind of wide open, single right now. Single not looking, single not looking, but willing to take a peek. Here go watching a tarot reading. Or single and looking. Here go, maybe on a dating site, and this is a great reading for a dating site. So give you a like, appreciate people subscribing and hitting the bell and all that. I'm open for readings. We'll talk about the astrology. Always keep in mind Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for all that, including you. If this doesn't resonate, if you want to check it, I always I have a daily reading I do 6 days a week, and it's usually less than 5 minutes per sign. So, you know, if you're a Cancer Sun here, but you have the Gemini Moon, then you can check out Gemini readings. You're only wasting 5 minutes of your time. So, or you go to playlist, and you can also look at the heart spread if you want to look at the one you're thinking about. So it wouldn't be bad to do both of us. We're almost always thinking about somebody, even Selma Hayek. Okay. But here, I'm going to look at 4 aspects: the emotional, intellectual, the love and sex, and lifestyle core values stuff. Try to get an idea of what your person's like here. So we're asking Spirit, in the name of light and love, so only serves the greatest good, for some help here and looking into the person that's right for you, like you're right for them. Thank you, Spirit. All right. Emotionally, they've got Justice. Let's see, keep it down here, see it. The Tower. So don't freak out over just the Tower exactly, although I think this speaks to literally a divorce that devastated them. They tell you that story. Usually that goes in there somewhere in the early stages of a relationship, but we'll get back to that. In the 9 of Swords, this is in their intellectual position, along with the King of Wands. Good. So King of Wands is going to be real important in their life. So right now we're talking about a fire sign. I'm going to guess either a Sagittarius or Leo with a first house sun, or an Aries sun. Fire sun, this person. And thank God, because they haven't had an easy time of it. I'm going to go back to that. Sexually, 9 of Swords and love over the 2 of Swords. Remember, this is your person. I didn't say they're perfect. Cancer. I bring an air energy to the love and sex area of their life in their natal chart. 2 of Wands, core values, lifestyle. The Knight of Pentacles. Wow, that is very interesting. Okay. Wow, such a clear reading here. So we have a fire sign. And they might have a Libra Moon with Justice there. And they had a divorce situation in childhood that was particularly devastating. I don't know, I should just say devastating, right? I mean, it's devastating, but it's so common. And is it devastating? Kind of is. I think, it's got not helping entire I mean, I don't know, did it help when you stayed together and yelled and beat each other all the time? I mean, maybe that wasn't good either. But some people take it harder than others. I mean, some people come back from war and they're not, some people take it harder. With this Libra Moon, it can just feel they can feel like life's just so unfair. You might find them saying that. When they were younger, particularly, I think they were like, it's just so unfair about what happened to them. So it really would have been dramatic. And I think maybe it's a little bit cynical. I hope I don't get in my eyes. So I have to write the allergies, the habanero. So we're going to have a really different kind of reading. I got to memorize. I could do it blind for a moment if I had to. But yeah, they might have that feeling like life is fair. They've been treated unfairly. Um, and I think they do have a tendency to kind of look at the darker sides of things. They're a little, we have the hypervigilance thing, kind of looking for trouble, waiting for the next shoe to drop with them. But they have this really strong sun personality. I think it's in a strong position. And I think there's someone that's very self reliant too. That's also over here with the Two of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. So think strong and self reliant type of person. Um, they may have in their mind just a constant like dialogue that's a little like contentious in their own mind, where they are kind of like, no, no, it's just not. That's just dumb. No, and they're almost arguing. I think like I get the picture when you're talking to them, really just looking at them as you're talking, you might kind of almost see where they're also having this counter conversation in their own mind about the ongoing conversation. And I do think this is the person who is going to tend to speak quickly and possibly speak over you, and maybe want to finish your sentences for you and stuff like this. Um, and I think it is someone that would come across with a lot of fire, energy, very confident and outgoing, friendly. I remember they got the Libra Moon. Um, they don't want to upset anybody, but they're quite outgoing and warm in their energy here. Um, Very well. I could be a Leo energy, possibly here, because very strong. Like I said, it could be just that they've got a fire sign in the first house. Any fire sign in the first house can be very strong and self-assertive, and it's that energy of like they sort of just don't care like how they look or how they sound, and so it comes across as very genuine. And this one, they're not like controlling or domineering or anything like that. They're just overly exuberant, I think, is what that is. Overly exuberant, because also what this dialogue is about, you got justice next to Nine of Swords. The inner dialogue, this is the unconscious here, and most of our mind, and the consciousness here, Nine of Swords. So most of that dialogue is about intentions and is something fair and is it right, and so they might actually have very strong moral and ethical code that they carry with them. So it again brings to their first house sun a lot of integrity. The word integrity means strength, really. But here it also means like possibly you then would see their Mercury and their Mars, particularly, or possibly even the Venus, but the Mercury and Mars and definitely the Venus and Mars in some kind of alignment in the same sign, trine, sextile. Here, I think they're going to be in the same sign. Leap ahead a little bit to the sex. Um, you know, because you're going to be in a good alignment. The way that they love, the way that they feel, and the way that they give love and take action is in alignment, and probably also aligned with their Mercury too. So, in other words, their thoughts and their desire, love is Venus's desire, the desire and their thoughts are in alignment with their actions. What does that mean? They tell the truth to themselves, to everyone. It's a very good energy. And this could be a little of the energy of like telling it like it is, but I don't think so. Again, go back to the Libra Moon. If they do, it'd definitely be like a strike out for them. Be like the way they might fight, saying like, "Oh yeah, well you do too," or something like that. So I think then we're looking at Gemini Venus and Gemini Mars. And I even thought, like right now, you've got the 10 degrees, you've got the North Node there. I was telling someone today, if the North Node's coming in, particularly on your Venus, and even you're a Gemini, it's can be very significant. So I don't think they're Gemini Sun, but I think they got a Gemini Venus and a Gemini Mars. And either way, the North Node's hitting there, and they're coming into your relationship. This is new. This is forming, because I always see this being forward. This might be someone you're going to meet today or tomorrow or this week or something like that. So I concede this. Um, um, look at where that is in their chart, because it could be auspicious. You always put together a first meeting chart. I recommend it. Keep the time. Be the one when you first time. How what you consider the first meeting? I seriously go with the first physical meeting, but that's up to you. But put a time, make it solid, and then just generate a chart. It's easy to do. It's free on any number of sites, right? Let me know if you want an astrologer, do it for $50, but it can be really helpful. Look at that first meeting chart. I think almost more than a composite, because the composite is really relevant more when you have a relationship, and you know you get a quick, to me, you get a quick read on where it's going right off of that first meeting chart. So, in terms of their career and their lifestyle, core values, and all of that, with the Two of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, I think there's someone who made a critical decision early in their life. They may have went into the military, but whatever it was in it's the sixth house in astrology, coming of age movies and books and films of the ages. It was in that area between high school and college and life, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, somewhere in there. When to me, it's the sixth house. It's a discernment, Virgo energy. You're discerning what? A mate for the seventh house, who to marry, and all of that. And you're getting ready to leave the whole nocturnal part of the chart, the whole personal part. And you're getting ready to move up, and start your life there in the seventh house with ostensibly someone else, right? It's the energy of it. So now this is someone, they made a firm decision, and they've been doing something for a while. I don't know how old they are. I don't see them particularly old, but this is a solid adult out of college, been working, and they're working on something though. But it's like their whole life is kind of like they're going to be working on something. It's like they almost like they made a decision to give their life to something. So this is someone, I'll tell you, no joke. They'll be like, but I made a decision to give my life to, I don't know what it is. It could be a service I get, because I get the Virgo here in the sixth house with this energy. I don't know about what Virgo planet might represent, but it's just that energy of being dedicated to something, giving yourself to something. I mean, it could be medicine, it could be teaching, but the, the night, I get the feeling like they take it seriously, and whatever it is, they feel like they're a soldier in this, even if they're not a soldier. I mean, it could be a cause, uh, any number of good causes they might tell you about. I've been working with the women's support groups in the inner city here for the last 10 years, and blah, 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 blah. I feel calling to do this. It's the kind of thing that for them, like even if they're 80 years old, you don't retire from the Nine of Pentacles. It's like a life mission, It's not, you don't do this to just make money. You do this because they do something because they have. They'll tell you, I do this because I have to do it. That's why I do it. So hope that gives you some idea, Cancers, what your soulmate might be. Keep in mind, it's any time to read it, or see it. But this is for the second half of June, and I do always leave a synopsis here on all the main readings down in the description for the readers. It could be sometimes a little quicker. It's a pretty good synopsis usually, I think. It takes me a while. Thank you guys for likes, and thanks for subscribing.